and the rebranding exercise, you know, and all of that. So what this government can do is that if you can come out with, if you want, innovative welfare measures that would always cushion and mitigate the effects of these matters on ordinary citizens, then so be it. But otherwise, the way it stands, just raking in money for the sake of it, that wouldn't make economic sense.
But I think that government is doing just that. We are releasing new buses into the system. You find out now, you see some of these.
It can be more.
Yeah, it can be more, but it's not all of them have been deployed there. I mean, there many more.
I've been advocating for mass transportation.
Yes,
for a very long time now.
and you would have to do it
but
in such a way.
But it's not just putting it in the system, but the management of
that is why we're looking at the whole spectrum.
When he goes to London, he sits in a bus.
Of course.
When he goes to London, he sits in a bus.
Yeah.
All right. But when they come here, they are not making sure that we all comfortably also sit.
Yeah, but
in the bus.
It's a process.
I mean, I don't understand politics.
Senyo is a process. Senyo is a process, and we are in the process of doing exactly that. And I think that a little bit of patience is required and I would ask everybody, or call on everybody, to rather support the government. You see, when these things are rolled out, it's for everybody. Nobody, we shouldn't play politics with it. And I like the fact that, you know, Senyo makes the point clearly that as much as possible, our fixation should be that when these things happen, it is our very, very ordinary friends who benefit. I mean, you and I mean, the people, everyday people we meet around, they are the ones that we should focus on, and, you know, in terms of the benefit. That's for the plenty English that Senyo and his people talk, and the text segment we don't understand it very much. But okay. I think bottom line is that we should make it life better for everybody, and we are in the process.
I think we have time for like one and a half, if there's a thing like that. The Daily Guide newspaper has, you know, two stories. I hope we'll have time to discuss, you know, both. It says Minister in 1 million CD hot waters, and he came out saying there's Haruna Idris is the Minister for Labour Relations, Employment and Labour Relations, and there was a story online, I think my journal online, Manasa Zuri interviewed him and about, you know, traveling for international conferences, the International Labour Organization, you know, conferences and the like. And James Puagbenu, I hope I got that, Puagbenu, Vincent, sorry, Puagbenu, who is with YA, newly branded, I should say, Youth Employment Agency, you know, had raised concerns about, you know, the demand, calling it as, you know, like it's too demanding and that they couldn't sustain it. The minister has come out to clarify it. What can you tell us more about this issue?
Well, it's common knowledge and it's standard practice in the public governance system of the ministries that where you have agencies under you, if the ministry calls on the agencies to finance some of its programs, sometimes you reimburse, sometimes, and I know because I supervise
is the amount involved that's being questioned?
You see, the whole point is this, that the amount involved has been explained.
Okay.
That one component went to pay our subscriptions. And if you want to talk about subscription, we owe a lot recent times because Ghana owed on some pari principles and things like that, with Commonwealth and things like that. I've been trying to get the Ministry of Foreign Affairs to see how best they can assist in that regard. So yes, these are genuine, and once we belong to the Committee of Nations, the ILO is a very important organ that helps us with our labor issues and need attendance, blah, blah, and that if we are not part of the discussions and things like that, we may not get the benefit of it. They finance a lot of our programs, training programs and things like that. So in real terms, if the money, I mean, as the minister has explained, a chunk of that money went to pay these things. I don't think that he has done anything wrong. We are paying in the name of Ghana, and once nobody has come to contradict the fact that indeed it is not the case, I think that it's cool. There's nothing. I don't see anything wrong with an agency being asked to pay. Maybe, just maybe, the only challenge you have is that maybe the agency itself possibly has a program he thought that they will use the money for, and therefore he thinks that there are competing interests. It does happen, okay. But there was a threshold of 5%, and from the minister's explanation, they
said
didn't
about
exceed
3%.
Yeah,
but then, no, but I think
yeah.
Vincent Sohn said it was about 5%.
Yes. Well, what I'm saying is that if and from the letters I have read, the minister was not saying give us the money even for free. He says that because of the because of the gift mix platform now, it's not easy for you to just go and say give me 20,000 and it's given to you now. You have to go through a certain process, and a lot of people don't like the process. It's quite laborious to check some of the things that So the minister is saying that once we complete our process with the gift mix, you'll be reimbursed. Okay. I don't think that there's anything wrong, and I think that we should not overburden this matter. This is once by law, nothing has been infringed. Fine. Thankfully, and for me, thankfully, in terms of the numbers that they are talking about, for me, I don't have a problem, because you know that in recent times the chief of staff himself had issued instructions to all ministers to ensure that the travels that you go on are
internationally mandated
and are very important, and two, maybe sometimes the delegation size. So it has been cured by that earlier, that now we may not see large entourage. And that is it.
Yeah, from where you sit, I mean, is the minister's explanations solid? I mean, given the other side given by Vincent, or you think, I mean, the numbers are too high?
You see, leadership is about choices. That's all leadership boils down to. It's about choices. Okay, so
that's true.
It's all about choices and the ability to manage scarce resources. Okay, and your ability to manage resources is basically premised on what I said, the choices that you make. We needed to attend an ILO conference. Did we need 16 people to attend an ILO conference? I'm sure 3-4 people maximum could have attended that conference and would have the same effect. That's number one. Number two is that youth employment is perhaps one of the biggest headaches that this country faces. So if you were to go as a minister to take money from the youth meant for youth employment for a venture like merely traveling,
but we're told that it's not out of the ordinary. It can be done.
It's indiscretion, I must say.
Sure.
You see, because when the law that says causing financial loss to the state does not only make one guilty only because the fellow has put the money in his or her pocket. Even when you have made choices that have made the state lose money, whether you to use the Ghanaian palace, chopped the money or you didn't chop it, it creates a certain problem for our society and a certain perception of waste, corruption, mismanagement, etc., etc. And I think that, frankly, I mean, Haruna is my very good friend, perhaps even a brother. I think that he could have acted better and said that, especially because coming from the transition from youth employment to JIDA, it was riddled with a lot of scandals, especially under the former minister Elvis Efrie Ankra. We are in court with Abu Gapele and Mr. Whatever, the Tamale man, and so on. So for an agency that is under so much storm in the eye of the public, I would have thought that a minister would have exercised a lot of discretion in taking money from such an agency for a venture like traveling. Frankly, that's what I think is wrong.
I mean, if you're a Ghanaian, I mean, the whole point is this is for the Ghanaian
public. Away from this
but that's why. So listen to my question. We'll go to the studio very soon. That I mean, if you're Ghanaian and you sit out and you say, "Oh, international conference cost that much," before even the details given by Honorable George Lowe and the like, what goes through your mind?
Naturally, the face of all the consolidation that's happening, the austerity and all that, you not welcome that friendly. Okay. My only appeal to ministries that please let's allow our agencies to really work. And I mean, I don't have the full facts of it, so. And having that to another coverage, just like having in the students' movement. So let me keep quiet for now.
All right, thank you. Thank you. On that note, Senior Hosi, Chamber Bulk Oil Distributors. Thank you very much for joining us this morning as well. Honorable George Lowe, NDC Member of Parliament for NewDay. Good morning to you, and thank you very much for joining us as well. And Hamid, Mustafa Abdul Hamid, good morning to you as well, member of the NPP and spokesperson for Nana Akufo-Addo. Thank you all very much for watching.